Hey, how's it going? My name is Anthony Gray. Welcome once again to another episode of Grayscale. We're going to talk large leaves, single leaf up close. The one on the left will be a birch tree leaf. All right. And I'll start off with a light sketch of it. Okay. Each leaf, according to whatever tree, they have their own look to them. Okay, I'm gonna lightly sketch it out in white here. If you're gonna do a leaf, especially an up close study of a leaf, all right, think of the center vein first. That gives you kind of an idea of where you want to place this guy. All right, so I'll put it right here so you guys can pretty much see that. All right, I just did a fiery type of little black background with a little cad red and black, just something to set it off against some color to set the green off against it. Okay, now up to you which direction you want your leaf. If you want your the bottom of the leaf here on the top or on the bottom, really your choice. Now with the birch tree leaf up close, okay, it really looks like very similar to what a spade looks like, the cards, playing cards. We'll start off with the letter M here, like that. Okay, see, I'm just going to sketch it out here really lightly, and it gets wider out toward the bottom, and it comes really up to a point on the middle. It bows out, and it comes right out to a point like so. All right, general shape of a birch tree leaf. All right, so once you got your shape in, you have to think first outside shape and then go inward. Okay, so if you think of it that way, half the battle's pretty much done. Remember, you think of the outside shape of your leaf. All right, so I'll bring it from the top or from the bottom toward this way for the leaf. All right, and if you ever look at the a birch leaf, the veins come from their stem and just branches outward along the curvature of the leaf. All right, and if you know what general direction they kind of go in, once again, that's another battle already won. All right, now the painting, the colors in the back are still relatively wet. All right, so as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking about pretty much how to block it in and everything without destroying a lot of the true green color. So what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of mixing white, a slight touch of black. So I'm gonna make a very light gray, which will deaden some of that color back there. Okay. And I'll do it kind of streaky so we can have some interesting tones and whatnot going on with this fella. This is just blending white. It's obviously going to mix in with a little bit of the black and a little bit of the black and red underneath, but that's okay. Okay, so I got a little bit of yellow, a little bit of cad yellow and cad yellow and sap green, and I'm gonna just block in Mr. Leaf a little bit. Gray is it's a neutral color, very accepting color. All right, and I'm gonna just block her red in. Block it red in. You'll be going over this a couple of times, but right now we're going to block in the principal color of the green. I'm going a little light first. We can go darker later. And basically it all depends on how you would like to stylize your leaf. All right, keep it pretty smooth. As you see, I got little patches of, I'll throw some yellow in there too. I got patches of green, patches of yellow, just like that. And like I said, I'm gonna let this tack up too. Gotta let all of it, I'm putting it in layers, getting more of a shade of green in there. Okay, that one I just use solid green. And just blocking it in, really getting it as close as possible to the edge, like so. Now, as some of this glycerin starts to tack up, you can thicken up your paint a little bit, and when you put on the other layers. Everybody's approach to doing leaves and whatnot is a little different. Okay. This is pretty much, because it's a leaf study, the main character is the leaf, so we can kind of have a little go at it, a little fun. All right, I'm getting more sap green. I'm not mixing anything in the sap green, just pure sap green right now. Because right now we're gonna follow those little ridges there. Remember the ridges? We'll lighten up the ridges as we go along. Don't worry about the little specks you see inside the leaf. We want to get the ridges on the outside there. So I'm pressing down a little bit just to get the characteristic shape. Don't worry about the dark green. We'll blend those in. But as you see, as I'm doing here, I'm just getting I'm getting some more green. I'm just getting the outside ridges there that stick out. As you get more and more involved, if leaf studies is kind of your thing and what you enjoy to paint, you can get even more and more detailed with the leaves and their edges and such. Okay, and we'll just lightly make those disappear in there, bring them around. Now the paint's getting a little tacky, which is a good thing. Actually, so I'm gonna lightly go. You don't press down, just lightly glaze over, just like so. All right. As we get more into those ridges, we'll brighten them up or darken them or whatever, what have you. All right, so as I'm doing it, I'm getting a little touch of red. All right, I'm gonna put some of that red right here, just like that. Now, red and green are opposites on the color wheel. So I'm gonna get, and all I'm doing, even though you see a little bit of the red, all right, but all I do really is just dampen up the green a little bit, make a shade darker or two, you know, wherever you want the kind of the shadow or whatever to be on your leaf. Now, leaves aren't necessarily flat, as you know. They all got kind of a they got little folds in them and things like that, but we'll do it like that right now. As I'm doing it, I'm letting it still tack up and all that good stuff. I'm getting up with pure yellow. All right, I'm gonna throw the yellow up in there like in streaks like that. And we're gonna let some of that tack up. Always gotta have kind of a bright side somewhere. Just like that. And I can just get rid of some of the hard edge. I just want a little bit of the bright yellow up in there. Okay, like so. All right. I'm gonna clean off this brush. Remember, this is all a layering process, especially if leaves are your thing. Forgive the back into a little bit of, well, I got the same brush. I'm gonna mix red and green together. Remember, I said they're opposites, so they're gonna gray each other out. I really don't need too much of what I'm mixing, but it's okay. If you feel you got a little more of one color than the next, just equal it out. And what two opposites will do is gray each other out. They'll just get a dark, they're a brownish gray or whatnot, but they'll kind of cancel each other out. If they turn a little bit of brown, add white, instantly turn gray. Okay, I should do this with a smaller brush really, but I just want to darken up that. There we go. We're going to darken that up a little bit. Now you might not see that. I had to add a little highlight shadow to that guy right up in there, and it comes in a little bit, maybe up around in that area right there. We'll do it like that. Okay, And that's basically all I need for that. Like I say, I'm gonna let it tack up and we can start glazing some other things on there. Now, I don't know if you'll see it with the rubber brush, but we can give it a try. And yeah, you see a little bit of it. The center vein always gonna be kind of prominent. Well, I can see it, you guys can't see it. And like I said again, the veins kind of come out like so. Every other one, if you care to do so, just like that. You guys aren't gonna see too much of that, but it is there. All right, just like so. And you got tiny little veins sticking out of there, but always going in the direction of your leaf. The more you do this, the more you get comfortable with it. You guys can't see what I'm doing. I can see it quite fine, but you'll see it when I get to the highlight. The more and more details you put into it, the more it'll stick out. Okay, and we'll get to these ridges too. We'll highlight those and whatnot, because what I'll do is just, because of the dark black background, I'll just highlight those ridges, because that's pretty much what you really want to see. Okay, and as you can see, it's got different colors and variations and whatnot. And like I said, I have to wait for it to set a little bit and dry. Over here on the other side, we'll do a leaf that everybody kind of recognizes, which is the maple leaf, the Canadian leaf, you know, the elm tree leaf. One of those. We're gonna do one of those next. So I'm gonna let this tack up and dry, and then we'll get back on with the other lessons. Hey there, hi there, welcome back. Okay, while this one's tacking up and doing this thing, let's tackle the maple leaf. All right, I'm gonna take a script liner. I'm gonna dip it in a little bit of water, get into this craft paint white, just a wee bit here. Now, maple leaf. Like I say, if leaves are your thing, you know, we do an up close study of one. Now, for the maple leaf, there are different variances of maple leaf. We'll do the general one that everybody see that's on flags and whatnot. All right, maple leaf. They kind of got a long stem, but no matter what, whatever leaf you paint, okay, always start out with the stem, and you go straight up. I'm gonna go perpendicular to the other corner here, like that, something like so. Now I got to be kind of careful, because the maple leaf, we a bit different. Let's do something. It's got a kind of a lengthy stem, okay. But we'll cut it. We'll do the start of the leaf right there. All right. Once again, it kind of bubbles up. Well, let's do this first. Watch this. Right from that dot, let's go like 3 fingers. Got one here, and I'm gonna have to shorten up this one a little bit because of that corner. So we got one coming this way. Okay, something like that. All right. Okay. Kind of do it in sections. All right. They kind of got like like the little ridges there. Let's do a ridge here. Go straight up like that, and we can do the other one just like this, a shorter one there, like that. And then for the next one, we'll come down. Okay, and right here, it's got a little point like that. I'm getting some more paint so you can get the general shape of this guy. Like that, and it comes in. Okay, there. And you're gonna mimic the other side like that. Like that, and you're gonna mimic the other side as best that you can anyway. All right, and we're coming down, have it curve out like that, and it comes in like so. All right, we're gonna do the other one on the other side. You can kind of see the general shape of this guy. And we're gonna go here. Now that one, because this leaf is so big, I should have made it a little smaller, but you're gonna get the general idea of this guy. Okay. And we'll come out like that. His curve, we'll continue it on just like that. And just like so. So we're gonna do it pretty much that way. Obviously I can't do it where it's in the middle of the tape. but you guys get the general shape because it's kind of a wide leaf, much like so. We're going to taper off that tip a little bit, right up in here. Make that tip a little longer, just like that. But everybody, even though part of the leaf is gone, everybody's going to know what type of leaf that is instantly. Okay, and it is a maple leaf. There's general different sizes and different shapes to them, but they all pretty much have kind of this same thing. Some of the flares go way out a little bit more and everything. But we're going to okay, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it, right? Just like so. You'll see little bits of that, especially when it dries. All right. Okay. Let's let that tack up and dry. Let's aim in this direction with this fellow. All right. Now, it really depends. It's really on you how you want to do your leaves. I'm going to dip a little bit. I'm getting a small round brush here. Little tiny guy. Hopefully I didn't just contaminate it with red. I got a little bit of green in it, but that's okay. I'm going to go into my mixing white. I'm going to brighten up this yellow. I'm going to put a little, some highlights in here on this fella. It's white and yellow, so it'll really pop out. This is mixing white. It's a softer white. I'm going to get a little bit of water, just a little tip of water, just to loosen up this paint a little bit, get it to travel. This is a tiny brush. Okay, and we'll do a little bit of a highlight right in here, just a little. Actually, let me bring it up a little bit. Let's zoom in on this leaf here. We'll bring most of our attention to this guy. I usually like to tend to go to the right for some reason. We'll go to the left today. So we'll give it a cute little highlight there. Little something right in there, just to highlight it a little bit. I may use a script liner for the rest. But since we're doing the highlights there, we're going to angle those little ridges. We'll put the little ridge, pop those ridges in there like that, so you can see it exactly where they are, and they don't have to be overly pronounced. All right. You tap them on, little highlights here, just like that. We'll highlight these guys right up in here. But all you see, I'm just taking a smaller, just like that, and we'll put a little brightness down there on the corner there. And that'll kind of turn a little flat in its color. I'm getting a little bit of sap green, mixing it in with the yellow. I'm just brightening the sap green a little bit. This is for the other side. We'll represent it, the shadow side there. Okay. And we'll do the same thing here. And we're just going to offer up a couple they're a little darker, just like that. And we'll put them right in there. So I hope this will help you out. I'm not really into doing the leaves, but I was asked to do this little leaf study here, just like that. So we'll brighten up that side, or compared to that side, get a little brighter color green there, just to accentuate those leaves a little bit. We're going to take a larger brush. And what I'm going to do now, because I kind of like the color variances and whatnot, I'm going to take a little bit of glaze. We'll just glaze the color on, so keep some of that stuff happening there. Getting some sap green. All right, putting it on a separate tray here. Getting some medium. I'll just glaze the color on. A little more glaze. It's just glycerin and green paint. Get quite a bit of it here. Make a nice ample amount of glaze here for this. Okay. I could put a little, yeah, I'm going to do that. Just a slight touch of yellow in this green just to brighten it up a little bit. But it's still a glaze, and what a glaze does is that it puts on a layer of color, but you're going to still see stuff happening underneath it. Basically, that's what it is. That's what it do for you. And if it's too streaky, it tends to spread out on you. Okay. All right. And here we go. I'll just take it and we'll just lightly put it on in there. Just like that. Don't worry about it streaking. It will open up and spread right on apart. All right. So don't worry about all that. We're going to go on the other side here. I'm going to just get some of that dark going there. And right on the other side. Just like that. Enjoy yourself while you're doing it. Enjoy the process. Have a little fun. Okay. Like I say, I'm not getting rid of what you think I am, because once it clears up and it dries a little bit and it spreads out, it smooths itself out. The interesting thing that's happening right now is that when I took the rubber tip brush and I did this, you still see some of the veins and stuff happening with it. I'm going to get a little bit of nothing but sap green. I might tease a little red in there. This brush, even though it's larger, it holds a very nice sharp chiseled edge. All right, and we're going to go with that center vein right here, right here, right here, right here, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, just like so. All right, I like that. Now we're going to do some highlights off of that one line, where we're going to use a script liner for it. For an effective highlight, you obviously need a pretty decent, let's go on top of this, let's darken that up a little bit like that. You're going to need a decent type of, for a good highlight, you need some nice dark, is what I'm trying to say. And since it maintains that kind of a Sharpie type of edge, I'm just going to tap in right where the little leaves are here. I'll darken a few. I'm just using the tip of the brush. All right, because I don't want to necessarily go too deep inside of the I don't want to go too far into the color of the leaf itself. All right, and I'm just I'm switching the brush around, and it gives you that triangular looking look to your leaf there. And I'll smooth out right here. Just smooth it right out. There you go. So you got more of the tip than what's, happening all on the inside there. I'm gonna take some more sap green. Okay. And once again, just the tip of the brush, right where the yellow is. I'll deaden some of that yellow there. All right. And I'm gonna go around with it. Just the tip. Just a slight little touch. Some of it you'll get, some of it you will not, and that's okay. Some of the yellow will peek through still. It's really up to you how fine you want it done. All right, like I say, some of it shines through there. The light source is coming from over here anyway. All right, I'm gonna get a little bit of yellow. Okay, and I'm gonna play around with, I'm gonna kind of lighten up that edge a little bit. I don't want to really get too much of the blending white. I'll add a little blending white in there, and we'll slowly just add a little bit of something right up in here, just like that, just to represent a lighter side. Okay, and I'm gonna stroke it outward. So if we do have streaks, I want the streaks to represent the leaf going in one direction, like so. There, just like that. I'm gonna touch the smallest amount of black into this green. Yes, you can get away with that. Okay, And believe it or not, I need more black. You'd be surprised. Very little black. Actually, I'm glazing it. I don't want to do it too much, but just a little bit. And I'm going in the direction of the leaf itself. Okay. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm looking into the monitor. I'll do it right from the bottom side here. Just like that. Okay. That's all I need. You still see a little bit of highlight. It's bold. It's bold a little bit. Okay. But I like kind of how that's going with that. Now, because I got white on the other side of that leaf, I can take a wee bit of yellow, a wee bit, about that size. Okay, and here right here in the center, I can play with just a little bit of highlight right there. Just a little spot of it, right in there. That's it. Leave it be. All right. We're gonna leave these large brushes alone now for this leaf. We're coming down to the final lap on this fella right here. Script liner. What I'm gonna take is some mixing white, soft white paint, and I'm gonna take a little yellow, mixing it in with the soft white paint. What it does is just brightens up the white paint, obviously with yellow, and it makes it a little more opaque, even with the soft white paint. I'm getting some water. I'm mixing it into the script liner. Script liner looks like one of these thin guys here. Okay. And I'm not using any medium, just water. Now, center vein. All right. I'll make sure my head's not in the way. And we're gonna start right from here, and we're gonna just on one side. Nope, gonna need plenty more. I have to thicken it up a little bit because of the glycerin. I'm just twirling the brush around. As I do this, what I'm doing is moving my whole arm. I'll highlight this one side here. So one side got light, one side got dark. Okay. For this fella. Now, you can go in and play around with the little veins here. Some of it will show. The glycerin is making it really slippery. Okay, and I'll keep going. And I'll keep going on down like that. Keep it moving, going in that direction. Come the other way with some. I'm just getting a little more mixing white. I'm getting a little more water. I'm gonna put plenty on this brush to kind of go against the glycerin. You don't need much glycerin at all. All right, and we're gonna use the tip of the script liner there, just like that. We'll brighten up some of these guys in here too, and a little bit here too. I'll make some thicker so you guys can see it here, just like that. Of course, you can thin these all out. Like I say, if you use more water than glycerin, you can, or you just wait till it tacks up and totally dries, and then it will show. But you make them fairly light. And we're gonna go now. Don't go even. It's like the middle gap, and you're going out, just like that. Little white strokes like that, and you keep going, just like that. And little white strokes. Don't make them necessarily even. Have it come on out like that. Getting some more. Just rolling my paint in it there, and just like that. And you keep it moving. Keep going. I'm just rolling some more paint, just like that. See this? And you keep adding them and keep adding them, like so. If it's too thick or if it's too bright, you can always kind of take a soft brush and you can pat those down a little bit to put them into the softly though, just softly. You can kind of tap, don't drag, just tap. A couple touches will bring some of that bright color into the leaf itself. Okay, so it won't be standing out as much. Okay, so you can always tone it down a little bit, just like that. All it takes is a tap. Tap in one spot, the color will kind of recede into the leaf. They don't have to, like I say, they don't have to be so blaring and glaring out there. Okay, the light is hitting it with the glycerin, so it makes it look a lot brighter with the cameras than what it actually is if you see it in person. Okay, so I'll stop right there, because all of a sudden you'll see me tap and then they'll just disappear, and that's kind of not what I want right now. All right, and well, there's one leaf. Let's turn around, turn the camera over on this area. That fella right there, that big guy. Let's bring the camera back a little bit. He takes up a lot of space there, this fella. All right. He has a lot of, well, I'm gonna take a smaller 1/2 inch. All right, now the paint's tacking up a little bit. I'm gonna use the side of the brush, like so. And we'll glaze in, well, we'll scrumble in some light patches in there like this, just like that. Make it kind of rough. And we're gonna still stick with just like that. And we'll have a couple of them in here, but we'll have more of the patches in here, just like that. Just scrumble it right in there, little patches of color in there. We'll smooth that out too. Okay, just like that. Getting some more yellow. It may mix in a little with the red, but that's okay. Just like that. We'll plop it in there. A little shine here and there of the folds of the leaf, right like that. Okay, just add a little color in there, little variances. If it's too glaring, you just rub some of that out. But be careful, You'd be surprised how much of it you actually will rub out. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of the blending white, just a little bit of the blending white. Now some of this will mix in with the green. Okay, and maybe on top of the white we'll do some extra stuff like that. I'll go around on the side of the vein of the plant like this. Just like that. Getting a little more blending white, I'm tapping. Okay, because I really don't want it to, I'm just really kind of highlighting those veins a little bit. Right up in here, just a little bit. Come out like that. We'll do a little one right here too. Kind of light guy right out that way. Another one here. Just like that. We'll bring him right to the edge there, like that. If you feel that's a little too much, like I say, you can kind of tap a lot of that away, or yeah, you can just rub some of that in there. Rub the green in there a little bit. If it's too much, okay, that's if it's too much. Okay, but just like that, we'll scrumble, smooth some of that out if it's too glaring. It's not like you would think. Just like that. All right. A lot of character in leaves, especially maple leaf, is its veins. Okay, which aren't really terribly difficult to do. I'm gonna see if I got any semblance of green left on this brush anywhere. And it don't look like I do. It looks like I might have to just open up the tube and get a little bit of green. So hold on for 1 second. All right, we're coming back, getting some soft white. I'm mixing it in with the sap green. Okay, I'm getting plenty of water. Well, as much water I can get on a script liner. Brighten up that green a little bit. Get plenty on the brush, and we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna take it, and we're gonna do the characteristic veins on this guy, just like that. we're going to come around just like that. And remember, you got some coming out here, just like that, out here. A whole bunch of Y's going in different directions. You don't need too many of them for the maple leaf. Okay, we're going out, and just like a series of Y's that kind of interconnect. Just like that. I'm getting some more. And you can be, like I say, as detailed as you want with these guys. Okay. Just like that. All up in here. Come on out like that. Branch them out, branch them out, branch them out. The more you do it, the more confident you'll get at it. Okay, this guy's got veins all over the place. Really up to you. If you feel it's too much, don't do it. I'm getting a little bit of dark green here, so I can perhaps give him a stem right there. Come right on in. Come right on in here. I'm getting some more green, mixing it in with a little bit of the soft white. And we're going to bring this right on up, right on up, right on up, right on up. And I'm twirling it around a little bit, so we get them a little bit on the greenish side than white. Move your whole arm. Just move your wrist. Okay. Just like so. Now, I have some, you see I got a little bit of light, a little bit of white hanging around over there. So I'm going into my green with the script liner brush. And we're going to get rid of some of that there. And we'll outline some of that. We'll get rid of some of that white there. You might not be able to get rid of all of it, but I'm going to get rid of the majority of it. Okay. There. All right. Just like that. I hope that this lesson helps you out. Hope it makes a little sense to you. Okay. As I'm looking at this, I'm just taking a dry brush right now. I'm gonna scrumble some smoother edges on some of these brighter parts here. And yes, you can do it while it's still semi-wet. And it's just a rubbing. Like I say, if some of the veins are a little too bright, you can always rub them down, rub them out here or whatnot. Right about here, in the shape of a football. We'll put a nice size one, just like that. Just like that. Okay, we'll do one here. I guess I'll do another one. Oh, you guys can't see it yet. So we'll do it down there. Let's see if I can put them both in frame there. Can I? Just barely. That's all right. Okay, I'm just taking the paint off the brush here. We're gonna destroy, going on to the top here, we're gonna destroy that inner edge right in there. We're gonna get that out of there. See that? And we're gonna take some of that glazed out white and we'll put it over in here like this. Okay, and basically just destroy the inside a little bit, glaze it out. Keep the innermost edge if you can. We glaze it out like that. I'm just wiping off the brush, getting some more water, cleaning off the brush. We're gonna go down here, we're gonna do the same thing. We're getting rid of, it'll destroy that inside edge. We're gonna keep the outer rim, get it as close as you possibly can. Yeah, as close as you can. We're gonna kind of fade, get some of that milky white in there like that. Okay, I'm gonna get some black. Usually you would be best with dark green, but I'll just use black for the bottom, just here. Like so. Like a little minute little shadow there, give a little body there. Same thing here. Right underneath, just underneath, just underneath, just underneath. Just like that. Okay. I'll make it a little darker so you guys can actually see this thing. It's a little exaggerated, but that's all right. Just a lesson. There, like that. I'll give it a deeper shadow. I'm gonna give a deeper shadow on the one on the bottom, and one on the bottom's a little, just like that. Okay, just like so. All right. Take a nice little dot of white, and we'll put it over here because that's where the light source is. Put one there, right up on the top, just like that. Nice bright one. Now let's go back and you'll see what it looks like. There you go. See that? Now you got a couple there, little drops there. All right, little bonus. Guess I'll put one on this gigantic veiny leaf too. So let's go over here. Let's go in. Matter of fact, let's stop right there. Cause we're gonna put one right down in here. We're gonna have it trail and come on down like that. And kind of bowl out like that. Okay. And once again, we're gonna destroy that inside edge, make it kind of milky. You've got a red background back there. That's okay. See how I just smooth in that edge there? And you bring it up a little bit like that. Not really much of a shadow side to this guy. Okay, but that's okay. Get a nice dot of white and you plop it right there, just like that. Now, even though I don't have much of a shadow side, I'll create one right in here. I just give him a little shadow up in there, and that side, just like that. All right. So we got one there, and just before my battery goes kaput, all right, I'll put one. Oh, we got one there. I guess I'll plop one. Oh, we'll have one kind of full bubble shaped over here, just like on the dark side there. Destroy that inside edge in there. Be careful. Don't be haphazard with it, but you want to destroy the inside edge, just like this. Just destroy that inside edge. Bring it as close as you can. If you feel you can't get any closer, leave it be. I'm getting a little black. Usually, if you use a darker green, that will usually suffice, but I'll exaggerate it here. I'll exaggerate the shadow so you guys can see it there. I know I'm a little far away. I'll make just exaggerating the shadow. Let's move it here, and we'll bring it in. You can see it right there. Okay. You don't necessarily got to have that bottom, that white. You can destroy some of that there on the bottom. Okay. Get a nice bubble of white, and you plop the white one right there. That's all you need of that. Okay, that's it. I can make it, give it a little curve there. Something like so. Bring it back out. There you go. Okay, now you got a couple of drops. You can have those for free. Those are bonuses. Welcome back. The battery gave up the ghost in the last few seconds of the tape, but anyway, there you go. 2 leaves, birch tree leaf, and you got a maple leaf. All right, a very veiny maple leaf. But as you can see, the different tones and shades and variations of colors and whatnot. But there you have it, 2 examples. Okay. One's slightly lighter on one side, a little darker on the other side, but they got their little bubbles, or dewdrops, or whatever you want to call them, hanging around there. Quick little leaf study. Basically, like I say, once you get the outside shape of these guys, and I'm gonna just play around with, because I still want it represented to be I'm just getting a little white as I'm talking to you in closing, getting a little yellow and white, and I'm just gonna tease one side, a little bit of highlight, just a little bit, as I'm saying my goodbyes to you. I'm just gonna, just a little bit there. Don't have to do every one. Have fun doing these. Have a good time, really. Don't be discouraged if you don't exactly get it right the first time. All right, not everybody does, but have a good time with it. Have fun. If you don't get it right, you'll get it right the next time. Keep doing it until you feel you got it. All right. I'm just, like I say, adding cute little highlights, more to one side than the other. Add a little character to this fella there. All right. Okay, guys. Comments down below if you like or if you don't like. Love to hear your statements and what you think about it. God bless, be safe, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace.